She didn't like knocks after dark, not for 15 years. The porch light was out. Always had been. She opened the door slowly, shotgun leaned behind the curtain, just enough for her to see, just enough for them not to. A girl stood there, mid-20s, boots like she'd walked them to death, dust on her face, sweat stuck in her collarbone, guitar strapped to her back like a burden. The woman stared. "You lost?" The girl squinted past her shoulder, eyes flicking to the shape of the shotgun shadow behind her curtain. "No, ma'am." "Then what?" "Just looking for a porch to sleep on. I ain't asking for a bed, just somewhere dogs won't get me." "You sing with that thing?" "Sometimes." Silence, thick, but not cruel. The girl kept her hands in sight. The woman's fingers stayed curled near the curtain's edge. "You got a name?" "Folks call me Eden." "Folks call me nothing," the woman said, and stepped aside. Eden walked in like she didn't want to. The living room smelled of old ash and vinegar, the kind of air that hadn't moved in years. A fire burned low in the stove, just enough to light the room blood orange. "You can sit," the woman said. Eden did. "Keep the guitar close. You got a husband?" "Buried one." "Sorry." "Don't be. He died long before he stopped breathing." The clock ticked in the kitchen. Eden pulled her boots off, socks full of holes. She looked around, careful not to stare. "You live alone?" "Long time now." Eden nodded, ran a hand over the strings of her guitar without playing, just feeling them. "You always let strangers in?" "Number just the ones with something in their eyes." "What do you see in mine?" "Something half dead." Eden blinked. The woman leaned back in her chair. She didn't offer food, didn't ask where the girl came from. She didn't care. "How far have you been walking?" 2 counties, maybe. I stop in towns, play sometimes, then keep moving." "You running?" Eden looked up fast. "No." The woman nodded like she didn't believe her, but wouldn't press. "You like firelight?" "It's warm." "It's dangerous. Makes you think folks look softer than they are." Eden didn't answer. The woman stood. I walked slowly to the mantel, picked up a tin mug. "You want tea?" "If you got it." "I got it, but it's bitter." "Bitter don't scare me." The woman poured water. The old kettle hissed like a snake. She didn't look at Eden when she asked, "Have you ever lost someone?" "Yes, ma'am." "Who?" "My mother." "How long ago?" 3 years. "Cancer." The woman turned back. "Then you're still fresh with it." "Maybe." "You don't sing for her, do you?" "I don't sing for anyone." The kettle spat. The woman poured the water and brought her a chipped cup. Eden nodded in thanks, but didn't drink right away. "You don't talk like the others." "I ain't like the others." "Number you ain't." The woman settled back down. Fire cracked. "Tell me one thing true," she said. Eden paused. "I'm tired." "That'll do." More silence. "This one is thinner." "Less mean." Eden unlatched the case. Slowly. Didn't pull the guitar out, just let the lid fall open. The neck of it gleamed dull in the firelight. Scratches down the wood like claw marks. "You play sad songs." "I don't know any happy ones." "Good." Eden didn't move. The woman didn't ask. A minute passed. Then Eden's voice broke the quiet. "You got a daughter?" The woman's mouth went tight. "Had one." Eden lowered her eyes. "Sorry," she whispered. "Don't be," the woman said again, firmer. "Just don't ask about her." "I won't." Another long stretch of quiet, the kind that digs into your ribs. Then Eden reached for her guitar. "You sure you want to hear?" "I ain't asking." "I know." She played one note, just one. "Let it ring." The sound was low, warm, aching. The woman's eyes twitched, just barely. Eden played again, a second note, then a third. The chords moved slowly, steadily. Unnamed. The woman closed her eyes. Her hands curled into fists. "I said don't ask about her." "I'm not." "You're singing too close." "It's just a tune, ma'am." "No, it ain't." Eden stopped. The silence that followed felt like it could split the floorboards. The woman stood fast. "You sleep by the stove," she said. "I'm locked in my room." "I understand." "No, you don't." The woman walked down the hallway, her boots heavy on the old wood. She stopped once. "You hum that song again," she said without turning, "and I'll throw that guitar in the well." Eden didn't answer. The woman's door slammed shut. Eden sat still, her fingers on the strings, quiet. She didn't play again, but she did hum. Real soft, real slow, and the fire never once flickered. The girl sat cross-legged on the floor, guitar across her lap like a sleeping animal. Firelight clung to the edge of her boots. The woman stayed in her chair, arms folded, one boot tapping slowly on the plank floor. Her eyes didn't blink much. "You always hum when you're nervous." Eden shrugged. "I hum when it's quiet." "It's quiet for a reason." Eden nodded. "It's not a bad quiet." The woman stared. "Don't flatter it." The girl's fingers toyed with the strings, not playing, just brushing. Soft, scratchy sounds, half chords. "You've been on the road along?" "Feels like forever." Is that an answer or an excuse? It's both. "Did you pick that guitar or did someone hand it to you?" Eden smiled barely. "I took it, off a wall. No one missed it." "You steal from churches too." "Just bars and graveyards." The woman didn't smile back. "You think you're clever?" "I think I'm breathing." The fire popped. The woman's eyes flicked sideways, once quick, toward the wall behind Eden, then back. Eden noticed, didn't say a word. "Do you ever stay anywhere more than a night?" "No point." "Don't believe in roots." "Roots rot. I walk." The woman leaned forward. Her voice dropped. "You walk from something? Or to it?" Eden didn't blink. "You think people choose?" "I think some do." "Then you ain't seen enough." The woman stood. I walked toward the stove. She didn't pour tea this time, just opened the door, stirred the fire, shut it hard. The heat snapped. "You think you can outwalk whatever it is?" "Better than standing still." "You'll wear yourself hollow." "I already did." The woman looked down at her hands, dry, cracked knuckles, one pink scar across the base of her thumb. "Sing one line," she said. Eden looked up. "What for?" "So I know what kind of voice you carry." "It won't fix anything." "I didn't ask it to." Eden hesitated. Then she hummed. Not the lullaby. Something else. Low, rough, tuneless, like wind through an open barn. "That ain't singin'." "It's all I've got right now." "You holdin' back?" Eden looked past her. Her gaze landed on the same thing. The wall, the locked trunk. "You got something in there." The woman's spine stiffened. "Don't ask about that." "I didn't." "You looked." "You looked first." Their eyes met across the firelight. Neither flinched. Eden adjusted her guitar. "Who locked it?" she asked. The woman's face didn't move. "I did." "Why?" "To forget." "Did it work?" "No." Eden ran her thumb across the strings again. The sound felt like it was breathtaking. "Have you ever opened it?" "No." "You scared of what's inside?" "No." "You sure?" The woman leaned in. "Are you?" Eden smiled, tight. "Every night." The room quieted again. Long. Heavy. The wood in the fire sank a little. "You keep things too quiet in here," Eden said. "I like it that way." "It hums wrong." The woman narrowed her eyes. "What's that mean?" Eden didn't answer. She stood, slung the guitar onto her back, and walked slowly around the room. Her boots made no sound. She stopped near the trunk. Didn't touch it. "It's humming too." "Stop talking." "You don't hear it." "I said stop." Eden turned. What was her name? The woman's face broke, just for a breath. "You don't get to say her name." "I didn't." "You don't get to ask." Eden didn't move. "I didn't come for her." The woman walked forward, stopped just a few feet away. "Then why are you here?" "I didn't knock for her either." "You said you were tired." "I am." The woman looked her over, like reading bruises only she could see. Her voice went low. "People get tired before they die." Eden nodded. "I know." "You want to sleep?" "Only if it's safe." "It's not." "Didn't think so." The woman turned. "Sit back down." "You want to sing? Sing now, before I change my mind." Eden unstrapped the guitar, sat again, tuned a string, slow and deliberate. "You sure?" "No." Eden sang. It wasn't loud, it wasn't pretty, but it was raw. Words slipped out like old wounds. The tune was jagged, office, like something half remembered, half stolen. The woman closed her eyes. The lyrics weren't familiar, but something about them crawled under the wallpaper, soaked into the wood. The fire dipped low like it was listening. "You make that up?" "No." "Then where's it from?" Eden looked at her, quiet, honest. "I don't know." The woman nodded once, eyes fixed on the trunk again. Neither do I. The fire had dimmed to a low orange ring when Eden shifted, adjusted her guitar, and said nothing. Her thumb brushed the strings. Just a flick. The sound barely filled the space between them. The woman sat still, chin tucked into her palm, eyes on the trunk, like always. Eden tuned the G string slowly, let it hum long. Then she looked at the woman. "You want me to sing?" "No." Eden waited. "You said you wanted to hear," she said. "I changed my mind." Eden didn't put the guitar down. "I'll keep it soft." The woman's voice came low. "That doesn't matter." "Why?" "You don't know what you're carrying in that throat." Eden didn't answer. She pulled the guitar into her lap. One hand found the fretboard. The other moved over the strings, slow and gentle. A few quiet notes spilled out. Nothing special. Nothing wrong. Then the next note landed. A certain rhythm. The woman's eyes locked on her. "Stop." Eden froze. "Why?" "Where'd you learn that?" Eden blinked. "It's just a lullaby." "No, it ain't." "It's a children's song, ma'am." "That ain't no damn children's song. That's mine." "I don't understand." "You wouldn't." Eden sat still, one finger still on the chord. She didn't move it. The woman stood up. "I'm not playing." "I'm not either." "Play it again and I'll throw that guitar on the stove." "I'm not trying to hurt you." The woman stared hard. "Sing one line." "What?" "Do it. Just one. I need to hear it again. I need to be sure." Eden hesitated. Then I sang. Her voice was soft, low, trembling just enough to sound unsure. It wasn't the whole thing. Just a few lines. "Sleep now, little heart. Close your tiny hands. The wind won't take you far. While Mama stands." The room went still. The woman stepped back, like she'd been slapped. That's it." "I didn't know it was yours." "No one knows that song but me." "I don't know how I learned it." "You're lying." "I swear I'm not." "You have to be." "I've heard it in my head for years. I don't know where to go." The woman paced to the stove, then back again. "No one ever heard me sing that. No one." "I'm telling you the truth." "You sure as hell ain't." "I sing what I remember. Sometimes it just comes. I don't know how." The woman sat down hard. Her hands were shaking. Her mouth kept moving, but no sound came. "You think you're clever?" "No." "You think you're special?" "No." "Then what are you?" "Lost." The woman laughed once, short, dry. "Join the club." Eden set the guitar down, careful. "I'm not trying to open anything." "You already did. It's just a song." The woman stood again, sudden. "Don't say that." "I didn't mean—" "You don't get to say that." "I didn't come here for this." "Then why the hell did you come?" "I don't know." The woman stared long. Her voice came low. "She died right there on that floor. You're sitting where she bled." Eden didn't move. "She was 5. Her mouth was open, like she was still humming something. That damn song. The one you just sang." "I'm sorry." "No, you're not. You can't be. You didn't see her." Eden whispered, "No." The woman's face tightened. "You come here with your guitar, your dust, your mystery, and now you're singing ghosts back into my house." "I didn't mean to." "Meaning don't change a thing." "I believe you." "You don't even know me." "I don't have to." The woman's hand dropped to her side, hung limp. "I burned her dress." Eden watched her. "I burned it with my own hands. Thought it would stop the feeling. It didn't." Eden looked toward the trunk. "That's why you locked it." The woman's eyes snapped to her. "You open that and I'll kill you." "I won't." "You think I won't? You think I don't remember how?" "I believe you do." They stared at each other, one grieving, one trembling, both cracked in places they didn't show. Eden's voice shook. "Do you think she sang it before?" "No." "Then why's it in me?" "I don't know." "You sure?" The woman didn't speak. The fire crackled behind them. "Sometimes I wake up," Eden said, "and it's just there. Like it's always been there. Like it was stitched into me." The woman walked to the corner, pulled a worn quilt from a cedar chest. "Take that. Sleep on the floor. I'll leave if you want." "Take the damn quilt." Eden did. The woman turned, walked toward the hallway. Eden's voice came soft. "What was her name?" The woman stopped. "Don't. I just want to know." "Knowing doesn't change what's buried." She disappeared down the hall. Eden laid the quilt down, sat beside the fire. The guitar stayed in the corner. Her hand never reached for it again that night. She stared at the flames and hummed something else, something older, something that didn't belong to either of them. The fire was almost out. Coals breathed under ash, not enough to light the room fully, but enough to cast moving shadows. Eden sat hunched under the quilt, back against the far wall, hands stuffed into her sleeves. The guitar stayed untouched beside her. The woman stood by the stove, arms folded, face half lit, voice low and cracked. "Have you slept yet?" "No." "Good, we're gonna talk." Eden nodded slowly. "That song. I told you. You didn't tell me enough." Eden stared into the coals. "It just came to me." "Don't play dumb." "I'm not." "Then start talking smart." Eden swallowed. "I've heard it before. Somewhere. I don't know when." "Where?" "I don't know." "Who sang it?" "I don't remember faces, just the tune." The woman stepped forward. "That ain't how memory works." "Maybe not yours." "You think this is funny?" "No." "Then stop answering like a liar." "I'm not lying. You said you'd never heard it before." "I said I didn't know it was yours. It was mine and hers. No one else. I don't know how it got to me." "Someone taught you." "No one did." "Someone must have." "Maybe it came from the same place she went." The woman's jaw set tight. "Don't say that. I don't mean it in a bad way." "There ain't a good way." Eden rubbed her hands together. The fire hissed. The woman's boots creaked on the old wood floor. "Have you been here before?" "No." "You sure?" "Yeah." "Have you ever heard her name?" "No." "You're certain?" "I don't know her name." "Don't play that line." "I swear." The woman turned her back, walked 2 paces, turned again. "You got people?" "No." "Where were you born?" "Don't remember." "That's convenient." "It's true." "You don't remember where you came from. You don't remember who taught you that lullaby. You don't remember who raised you." "Not really." The woman's laugh came sharp. "You think that makes you safe? Think I'll stop digging 'cause you say you don't know?" "No." "Then why say it?" "Because it's all I have." "You expect me to believe that?" "No." "Then what do you want from me?" Eden didn't answer. "You walk into my house. You sing my dead child's song, and you sit there like it doesn't mean anything." "I didn't ask to come in." "You knocked." "I knocked for shelter, not this." "Well, this is what's here." "I see that now." The woman crossed her arms, studied the girl like she was trying to scrape the truth off her face. "You don't talk like the others." "I've heard that before." "Have you ever lived in Pine Hollow?" "I don't know where that is." "Have you ever stayed in a red house near a school?" "No." "Have you ever known a woman named Sarah May?" Eden paused. "No." "You hesitated." "I was trying to remember." "Which means you're lying." "No." "Then why'd you freeze?" "I thought maybe I did know her, but I don't." "You look like someone." "I get that too." "She had eyes like yours." "I'm sorry." "She's not alive, so it doesn't matter." Eden shifted. The floor groaned under her. "You gonna hurt me." The woman didn't answer right away. "No." "Then what do you want from me?" "I want to know how that song came out of your mouth." "I can't tell you." "You mean you won't?" "I mean I can't." "You know what it did to me?" "I saw it." "You didn't." "I saw your hands." The woman looked down. Her fists were trembling. "I buried her under cotton sheets, washed her hair with river water, told no one the truth." "What was the truth?" "She didn't fall. That's all you need to know." "Then who?" "Don't." Eden closed her mouth. The woman turned to the fire, shoved at the coals with an iron rod. Sparks popped. "Do you ever dream of things that don't belong to you?" "Yes." "Do you ever feel like something's riding inside you that ain't yours?" "Yes." "You ever wonder why?" "All the time." The woman stared at her. "You think maybe she passed it on?" "I don't know what it is." "That song." "That's not something you can pass." "You sure?" "No." The woman sat back down, knees stiff. She stared across the fire at Eden, both their faces half in dark. "Have you ever killed someone?" Eden didn't flinch. "No." "You ever want to?" "Yes." "Why?" "Because they wouldn't stop." "Stop what?" "Following me." "Who?" "I don't know. Just eyes. In town. On the road. Sometimes in my sleep." "Have you ever seen her in dreams?" "I think so." "Describe her." Dark hair, pale hands, bare feet, always holding something, sometimes a doll, sometimes nothing. The woman's throat moved. Does she ever sing? Always. The woman leaned forward. Her voice cracked. That's her. Eden blinked. You saw her? I hear her. When I walk too long without food. When I sleep near water. When I wake up alone. She hums? Yeah. The woman covered her mouth with her hand. You sure it's her? No. But you think? I feel it. The fire gave one final crack. A log fell in. Neither of them moved. The woman lowered her hand. You stay one more night. I wasn't planning to leave. Then we'll talk again tomorrow. You still don't trust me. No. I don't blame you. The woman stood. Lock your door. If you want to sleep. Eden nodded. The woman paused. Are you hungry? Yes. There's beans in the pot. Help yourself. Thank you. The woman turned, walked to the hall, stopped. Don't sing tonight. I wasn't planning to. She disappeared into the dark. Eden sat still, then rose, stepped quiet toward the stove, spooned beans into a chipped bowl. The coals whispered under the weight of night. She didn't sing, but the house still echoed something soft, something that didn't belong to either of them. The house hadn't slept. Wind brushed the outer boards, soft and steady, like fingers knocking with no intent. The woman sat at the kitchen table before sunrise, coat wrapped around her shoulders, mug in hand, steam rising. Eden stood near the door, holding her own cup like it might slip through. No one had spoken since the fire died. You want to ask again? The woman said. No. You want to leave? Not yet. The woman took a long drink, grimaced, still bitter. Could add sugar. I don't keep sugar. Eden nodded. Didn't figure you did. They sat in that quiet place for a while. The woman's eyes were swollen, but she hadn't cried. Her voice came low, almost hoarse. She was 5, born in winter, couldn't breathe right for the first 3 months. Thought we'd lose her early. But you didn't, Eden said. Number? She stayed. Eden watched her over the rim of her mug. The woman didn't look back. She liked to sit right where you are. Didn't talk much. Just listened. To what? The house. What did it say? Nothing. That's what scared her. Eden didn't move. Her voice dropped. You said she didn't fall. No. You said you washed her hair. Mm-hmm. You said you buried her. I did. Eden lowered her cup. Have you ever told anyone? No one who'd listen. Sheriff? The woman snorted. He came around, asked the right questions, took the wrong notes. Does he know what happened? He knows enough to be quiet. Eden sat down slowly. You killed her. The woman flinched. No. You sure? I held her when she died. That's all. Eden leaned forward. Then who? The woman shook her head. I ain't saying. Why? Because saying it won't bring her back. Eden's voice softened. Maybe it brings you back. The woman stared across the room. Her fingers curled tight around the cup. She called me Mama 3 times that day. Just 3, like she knew. It was her last chance. What happened? She touched the wrong thing. What thing? Doesn't matter now. It matters to me. The woman looked at her. Why? Because I don't have anyone who said Mama 3 times. The silence stretched. I ran, Eden said, when I was 10. The place where I lived didn't keep girls safe. The woman watched her closely. I left with a pillowcase full of bread and coins, slept in sheds, sang when people asked, took food when they didn't. The woman said nothing. You want the truth? Eden asked. I don't know where my mother is buried, if she even got one. You never looked. I did, but graves don't speak. Not to me. The woman's lips pressed together. She hit me, Eden said, not with hands, with silence. For years, the woman blinked hard. That's the kind that stays longest. I know. You run from it? I will try. It doesn't work, does it? No. They sat like that. 2 women in a kitchen haunted by things with no names. The woman rubbed her jaw. I used to sing that song to her every night. She'd close her eyes by the 2nd verse, even if she was crying. It always worked. Eden's voice caught. It worked on me, too. The woman looked down. That's what scares me. They didn't talk for a while. The wind kept at the siding. Somewhere under the house, the pipes groaned. She died here, the woman said, but I still hear her running down the hallway some nights. Eden nodded. I hear someone humming. Can't tell if it's me or not. You believe in curses? No. Then you haven't lived long enough. You believe in guilt? I sleep beside it. They sat until the sky turned faint. The woman stood, pouring more hot water into her mug. You staying again? Only if you want me to. I don't, but I don't want to be alone anymore. Eden smiled, just barely. That's fair. The woman leaned against the counter, eyes on the window. Do you ever think you were meant to find someone? Sometimes. And then, I walk past him anyway. You think you were meant to find me? I didn't come looking. I just knocked. That's what makes it worse. Eden stood, walked to the sink, rinsed her mug, set it upside down. You'll ask again tonight. I will. You'll dig more. I have to. Then I'll stay. Good. They looked at each other, not with warmth, not with fear, just knowing. Eden turned for the hall. I'm gonna rest. Second door, hers. Eden stopped. You sure? She'd want it used. Eden nodded. Then I walked slowly down the hall. The woman didn't follow. She sat back down at the table and whispered her daughter's name into the steam rising from her cup. The knock wasn't gentle. It wasn't curious either, just firm, heavy, measured like a man who knew exactly what lived on the other side of the door. The woman stood up from the table without saying a word. Eden looked up from the hallway, still barefoot, still holding her guitar like it might be ripped from her hands. Are you expecting someone? Eden asked. No. You want me to hide? No point. Another knock, louder this time. The woman unlocked the door slowly, opened it halfway. The man standing there filled the frame with shoulders and silence. Gray uniform, hat low over his brow, boots caked with dust that didn't blow in from this part of the county. Sylvie. Sheriff. His eyes scanned past her shoulder, locked on Eden. You got company. I do. Didn't think you were the type to host. I ain't. Then what's she doing here? Restin'. He didn't blink. Restin' from what? None of your business. Are you sure about that? I'm really sure. He stepped forward. She didn't move. His boots stopped right on the lip of the porch. You gonna let me in? No. Why not? Because I don't want you inside my house. He smiled, just barely. Is that a new rule? It's an old one. I'm just finally using it. Eden stayed still, watching. The sheriff tipped his head toward her. She got a name? Doesn't matter. To me it does. She's tired. That's all you need to know. He shifted his weight. The porch creaked. You remember what I told you about strangers? I remember everything you ever said. Is that so? Every word. Do you trust her? No. Then why is she here? Because I don't trust you either. That hit. He straightened, eyes sharpening. You don't know what she's carrying. I know enough. You sure? No. Then why protect her? Why are you here, Sheriff? He didn't answer, just kept staring past her at Eden. You think she knows? He asked. Know what? About the girl, about the grave, about the fire that shouldn't have gone out. She knows what I told her. That's dangerous. She's not the dangerous one. He raised an eyebrow. Aren't you tired of ghosts yet? She stepped forward, close enough he could smell the coffee on her breath. Not as tired as I am of men knocking on my door and calling it concern. He tilted his head. She's got a guitar. I noticed. Girls with guitars bring trouble. Only if someone tries to silence him. A long pause. Wind stirred behind him. His fingers tapped against his belt. You think this is a story you get to rewrite? Number. But I have to finish it. Careful, Sylvie. I stopped being careful the night you said my grief was an inconvenience. He nodded once, slow, stepped back off the porch. I'll be around. I know. You got something in that house you shouldn't. I've had worse. He looked at Eden again. You keep quiet. She didn't answer. I said, she doesn't talk to men who knock like you do. He chuckled, turned to leave. His boots crunched slow down the path, each step deliberate. She watched him go, then closed the door without turning. Locked it. Eden let out a breath. Does he always come like that? Number usually worse. He the one. Sylvie looked at her. The one who, I don't name men anymore. Eden nodded. He doesn't like me. He doesn't like women who don't flinch. He looked at me like I'd stolen something. You did. What? His control. Eden sat down at the table again, her hands tightened on the guitar. Do you ever trust him? Long time ago. What happened? He left a bruise where he shouldn't have. Eden's eyes narrowed. And your daughter. Sylvie didn't answer. I'm sorry. You don't have to be. He thinks I know something. He thinks you remind me of what I lost. Eden looked down. Do I? Sylvie sat across from her, slow, hands clasped on the table. You do, but I'm not her. I know. Do you wish I was? Sylvie shook her head. I wish I didn't. The wind moved again outside. The sound of the sheriff's truck faded. He won't stop, Eden said. No. What'll he do? Wait. Watch. Try to twist. And you? I'll keep the door locked. For how long? Long as it takes. They sat there, neither speaking. The kitchen is thick with old air, long memories. You think he killed her? Eden asked. Sylvie didn't move. Her voice came flat. No. But he covered it. Yes. Why? Because it was easier than the truth. Eden stared into the wall. What if he comes back? He will. Armed? Probably. What'll we do? Sylvie reached forward, placed her hand over Eden's. We'll stay ready. The house creaked above them, slow and low. A floorboard moved on its own. Sylvie didn't flinch. Ghost? Eden whispered. No. Then what? Memory. They didn't move. The sun hadn't risen yet. But outside, the sheriff was already circling. The door stayed locked long after the sheriff's truck disappeared into the dark. The sound of tires crunching gravel was gone, but the air hadn't softened. Sylvie leaned against the sink with her hands pressed hard into the edge. Eden sat at the table, silent, the guitar on her knees again. The silence between them wasn't clean. It was heavy, humid, ready to burn. You lied to me, Sylvie said. I didn't. You said you didn't know why you were here. I don't. Then why the hell does he think you matter? I don't control what that man thinks. He looked at you like he knew you. He didn't. Sylvie turned, voice sharp. Then why won't he stop sniffing around my house like you brought something back with you? Eden looked up. Maybe I did. You think this is funny? No. Then explain it. I can't. Sylvie stepped closer, her voice cracked. You sing songs you shouldn't know. You walk into my house and stir up things I buried with my own hands. Then you sit here like a ghost that doesn't know it's dead. I'm not your ghost. Then what are you? Eden's voice came low. I'm a mirror. Sylvie's hand twitched near the stove. She stared at the old ash bucket in the corner, cold and full from weeks past. You know what it means when someone sings a dead girl's lullaby without knowing why? Eden nodded. Yeah. Then you understand why I don't sleep. I do. Sylvie pointed. Get out. Eden didn't move. I said go. No. Don't you dare say no to me in my house. I'm not done. You don't get to decide that. I do if you want answers. Sylvie stepped forward, her boots loud now. You got 5 seconds before I throw that guitar out the back and burn what's left. Eden held her ground. I'll sing. Sylvie froze. I'll sing again. Not the lullaby. Other songs. Ones you haven't heard but should have. Songs you need. Are you offering music like it's medicine? It's like a memory. Sylvie's voice dropped. You don't know what I need. I know you're shaking. Sylvie looked down at her hands. She didn't try to hide it. You think I haven't heard enough music to last a lifetime? You haven't heard mine. Why would I want to? Because I think it's hers. Sylvie didn't breathe for a long time. The ash bucket caught her eye again. She crossed to it, picked it up, dumped its contents into the stove slowly, like she was feeding something. The gray dust floated, settled. No flames came. You know what I did with her songs, Sylvie said. What? I tore 'em out of my throat. Why? So no one else could steal them. I didn't steal anything. You don't just stumble on songs like that. Maybe they don't come from the road. Then where? Same place the sheriff won't speak about. Sylvie dropped the bucket back down. You're not the first girl to come through this county with a voice and bad luck. I'm not lucky. Then what are you? I'm the thing that doesn't leave. Sylvie stared at her. Are you threatening me? No. Sure sounds like it. I'm offering you something. What's that? Let me stay one more night. And if I say no, Then you'll throw me out, and I'll keep singing in the dark where someone worse can hear. Sylvie flinched. I'm not here to harm you, Eden said. Then stop hurting me. Eden's voice broke. I don't know how. Sylvie turned her back, arms crossed. Her voice was quieter now. You said you'd sing again. I will. Tonight. After dinner. There ain't no dinner. Then after the silence. Sylvie nodded. Fair. You want a bargain? I want the truth. Then here's mine. I don't know how I know what I know. I just do. But I'll stay. I'll sing. I'll sit in her room if you let me. Sylvie turned around. Why her room? Because I dreamed it before I saw it. You're playing games. I'm not. You want to sit on her bed? If you let me. You want to touch her things? No. Then why? Because maybe something of her is still in there. Sylvie's mouth tightened. It is. Have you ever talked to it? Not out loud. Then tonight, you listen. Sylvie looked at her. And if I don't hear anything? Then I'll leave. Sylvie nodded, slow. And if I do? Eden's eyes didn't waver. Then you burn what needs burning. Sylvie crossed the room, grabbed the quilt off the chair, tossed it to Eden. You sleep near the stove again. Okay. You sing when I say, not before. All right. Sylvie started toward the hallway, then stopped. One more thing. Yeah? Will you ever lie to me again? I won't. You better not. Eden lowered her head. I'm not her, but I think she brought me here. Sylvie didn't answer. She disappeared down the hallway without another word, and Eden sat back down. The ash inside the stove settled again, but the heat was just beginning. The hallway was narrow, quiet, dust floating like it had never been disturbed. Sylvie walked ahead, slow. Her hand didn't touch the doorknob right away. She stared at it like it might open on its own. Eden followed, clutching her guitar tight against her side. You sure? Eden whispered. No, Sylvie said. She turned the knob. The door groaned open. The air inside felt colder than the rest of the house. Not from drafts, just untouched time. The curtains were thin, yellowed, pulled halfway. The bed was made. Too neat, too flat. Eden stepped in. Sylvie stayed by the door. How long's it been like this? 14 years. You never changed anything? No. You never sat down? No. Eden looked around. The blanket on the bed was soft pink, faded, one corner turned down like someone had just gotten up. A doll sat on the pillow. Its glass eye was cracked. Was this hers? Eden asked. Yes. What was her name? Sylvie didn't answer. Pshissy, please. Sylvie's voice came barely audible. May. Eden nodded. It fits. She hated that doll. Why keep it? She used to throw it across the room when she was mad. I kept it where it landed. Eden crossed to the dresser, picked up a tiny hairbrush. The bristles were worn down. Does she have long hair? Down to her ribs. You brush it? Every night. Eden set the brush down. Can I sit? Sylvie hesitated, then nodded. Eden sat on the edge of the bed, careful not to crease the blanket. Are you sure you're okay with this? She asked. No, I can leave. Number you're here now. Eden stared at the music box on the nightstand. White, chipped, flower painted on top. Does it work? I don't know. You've never played it? No. Eden reached for it. Sylvie's breath hitched. Don't. I won't. They stared at it together. Neither touched it. You want to ask me something? Sylvie said. I do. Then ask. What happened here? Sylvie's eyes dropped to the floor. She died. I know that. She died in this room. Was she sleeping? No. Was she sick? No. Then what? She bled. Eden blinked. How? Sylvie turned toward the window. Her voice shook. I left her alone. 15 minutes. I came back, and she was curled up on the rug. She was humming. Then she wasn't. Was it fast? Yes. You sure? No. Eden stood. I walked to the corner where the rug lay. She knelt, touched it. Is this the spot? Yes. Why keep it? So I don't forget. Eden turned. You want to forget. Some days. And other days. I think I deserve to remember. Eden stood. You said she was humming. Yeah. Same song. Same damn song. Eden crossed to the window, looked out. Nothing moved in the yard. Not even the wind. You said the sheriff knew. He does. And he said not to tell. He said no one would believe me. Did someone do it? Sylvie didn't answer. You think someone came in? No. Then? Sylvie whispered. I think she let it in. What is it? I don't know. They stood in silence again. Eden walked back to the bed. Saturday. Have you ever slept in here? She asked. No. Not once. No. You should. I can't. Why? She's in every shadow. Maybe that's the point. Sylvie looked at her. You believe in hauntings? I believe in residue. Like blood? Like memory. Sylvie stepped further in. Her foot made the floorboard groan. You feel it? Eden asked. I do. Is it her? I want it to be. Could it be you? Sylvie paused. Maybe. Eden looked at the dresser again. Opened the top drawer. Slowly. Tiny socks, faded photos, a single baby tooth in a matchbox. You kept everything. I didn't know what to throw away. You still don't. No. Eden set the drawer back. Can I sing? She asked. Sylvie hesitated. Right now? Just a little. Not the lullaby. No. Sylvie nodded. Eden cradled her guitar, one hand on the strings. She played quiet, unsure, then let a few lines drift out. They weren't words, just sound. Software gentle, full of ache. Sylvie closed her eyes. That's enough, she said. Eden stopped. The silence felt warmer than before. You want me to stay in here tonight? Eden asked. No. Okay. But you can come back tomorrow. Eden stood. I won't move anything. I know. Sylvie walked to the door, stared down the hallway. You smell her sometimes, she said. That powder smell. I do. You think that's real? Yes. They left the room without closing the door. Behind them, the music box clicked. Just once. No one looked back. The hour was late. The stove went cold. The house is still, but not quiet. Eden sat on the floor in the same spot she had the first night, cross-legged, guitar in her lap, eyes low. Sylvie stood in the doorway, arms wrapped around herself, a blanket over her shoulders. She hadn't spoken for some time. You ready? Eden asked. Sylvie nodded once. Play. You sure? Play. Eden took a breath. Her fingers found the strings. She plucked soft, low notes, then let the first words out. Sleep now, little heart. Close your tiny hands, the wind won't take you far. While Mama stands, Sylvie flinched. Eden kept going. The melody shifted. New lines emerged. Lines Sylvie hadn't heard before. In the hallway where you stood, blue light on the floor, you said he'd come again and knocked the bedroom door. Sylvie stepped forward, eyes wide. Stop! Eden's voice didn't shake. He smelled like smoke and copper. He smiled like a knife. You said, Mama, I don't like him, but I didn't fight. Stop singing. Eden stopped. Sylvie's hands were trembling. What was that? Eden looked up. It just came. That's not part of the song. I didn't write it. Then how do you know it? I don't. Who told you? No one. Don't lie to me. I'm not. Sylvie stepped closer. Say that verse again. I don't want to. Say it. Eden's throat tightened. You'll get angry. I'm already there. Eden closed her eyes. You said, Mama, I don't like him. But I didn't fight. Sylvie's knees buckled. She dropped to the chair behind her. Her voice cracked. How do you know that? I don't know. That was her voice. It came out of me. Sylvie's fists clenched in her lap. That night, no one else was there. Eden whispered, I wasn't either. Then how? I don't know. Then guess. I think she left it somewhere. Left what? The memory. Are you? In the song. Sylvie shook her head. That line, about the light, no one knew about that. I saw it. When? In my dream. What else did you see? Eden's voice dropped. A hand on the doorknob. Her hiding behind the chair. You're asleep in the next room. Sylvie covered her mouth. She called for you. Eden said. Sylvie choked. Don't. She whispered, software like she didn't want to wake the house. Stop. She wasn't afraid of the dark. She was afraid of what came through it. Sylvie stood. I said stop. Eden set the guitar down. I didn't mean to. You said you'd sing what I needed to hear. I thought this was it. It's not. You asked me to be honest. I didn't ask for her final words. You needed to hear them. No one needed that. Eden stayed still. Sylvie's breathing was loud, harsh. She walked to the stove, opened the door, stared at the dead coals. She died thinking I left her. No. She called for me, and I didn't come. She forgives you. How do you know that? I feel it. You're not her. I never said I was. You don't get to say what she forgives. I didn't. She did. Sylvie slammed the stove door. The sound cracked through the room. I should have heard her, she whispered. She tried. Sylvie turned back. That verse, about him, was it the sheriff? I don't know. You said copper and smoke. That's what she saw. She said she didn't like him. I think she meant it. Sylvie sat again. Her voice came smaller. I was scared of him too. Eden didn't answer. Sylvie looked at her. You believe she's still here? Yes. Where? Eden pointed to the guitar. In this. That's not possible. She sang to me. Somehow. Why you? I don't know. Sylvie stared hard. You come here like some wandering saint, hum a tune, and break open all my scars. I didn't come to hurt you. You did anyway. I know. Sylvie pressed her palms into her eyes. She said he'd come again. And he did. Didn't he? Eden nodded. She told me once. He smells like pennies and wood smoke. That's what copper and smoke is. Sylvie dropped her hands. Her eyes were red. I never told anyone that. Eden's voice broke. You didn't have to. The room fell quiet again. Sylvie looked at the guitar. Pick it up. Eden hesitated. You sure? Yes. She lifted it, rested it on her lap. No words this time, Sylvie said. Just sound. Eden nodded, plucked a soft, slow rhythm. Nothing dark, nothing heavy. Just something that filled the space without speaking. Sylvie closed her eyes. She was small, she said. Always cold, always humming to herself, even in her sleep. Eden played. I used to think maybe I was cursed, but I think she was the one who carried it. Eden changed chords. She took something with her. And now you brought it back. I didn't mean to. I know. They sat like that, midnight folding around them. The guitar kept playing, like a heartbeat that remembered too much. The moon was sharp above the trees, slicing down through bare branches like a searchlight. Sylvie yanked the door open without warning, boots already on, coat gripped tight around her frame. Her face was pale, eyes wide and dry. Get up, she said. Eden sat by the stove, still holding her guitar. What's wrong? Outside. Now. Why? Sylvie grabbed her by the wrist, hard. You want to stay? You come see where I buried her. Eden stood fast. All right. Sylvie led her through the yard, past the shed, through brittle grass that hadn't grown in years. The gate to the family plot groaned open on rusted hinges. Eden stepped through behind her, breath catching in the cold. Why now? Eden asked. Sylvie didn't answer. She pointed. Right there. The grave sat under a crooked oak, small white stone tilting toward the roots. You say you feel her, Sylvie said. Then feel her here. Eden looked at the stone. Her lips moved like she might speak, but nothing came. Touch it, Sylvie ordered. Eden dropped to her knees. Fingers on the stone, cold, rough. The name is worn soft, just the M still visible. Say it, Sylvie whispered. I don't know what to say. You sang to her. Now speak. Eden closed her eyes. She was 5, cold hands, curled feet. She liked window light. She hated thunder. She asked why the dog never barked. She hid when men came over. She knew more than you thought. Sylvie's chest rose sharp. Keep going, she said. She kept a rock in her pocket, said it was magic, said it would glow if you loved her hard enough. But it never glowed. Sylvie staggered backward. You're guessing. No, you're making this up. I'm not. Then how the hell do you know about the rock? She showed me. I don't know how. But she did. Sylvie knelt down hard beside her. Do you feel anything now? Eden nodded. Yes. What? She's waiting. For what? For you. Sylvie's voice cracked. I'm here. She needs more. More what? Truth. Sylvie's hands balled into fists in the dirt. I held her. I cleaned her. I closed her eyes. She didn't want you to close them. I had to. She wanted to see the sky one last time. Sylvie trembled. Eden whispered. She was humming. Even after. No. Yes. The song didn't. Stop. Sylvie turned away, face clenched tight. She forgives you. You don't know that. She told me. She can't. She did. Sylvie grabbed Eden's collar. Why you? I don't know. Why not someone else? She chose me. That doesn't make sense. Grief never does. They breathed together. Nothing else moved. Sylvie looked back at the grave. She said he came in through the back. I locked the front. I always locked the front. She knew you'd blame yourself. I didn't hear her. She wasn't loud. I should have known. Eden whispered. She said thank you. For what? For letting her sing. Sylvie broke. Her hands pressed into the dirt. Tears finally came sharp and fast, like they'd waited years for release. She just wanted you to remember the song. I do. She wants to hear you say it. Sylvie shook her head. You have to, Eden said. I can't. You owe her. Sylvie looked down at the stone. She opened her mouth. Sleep now, little heart. Close your tiny hands. The wind won't take you far. While Mama stands, Eden placed her hand on Sylvie's back. Sylvie sobbed harder. That's all I remember, she said. That's enough. They stayed like that. 2 women in the dirt. One is gone. One broken. One in between. The moon moved a little. The wind picked up. Sylvie sat back. She really said thank you. Eden nodded. Sylvie reached out and touched the stone. First time in years. I miss her. She knows. I never said goodbye. You just did. They stood together. Sylvie turned to Eden. You still want to stay? Yes. Then don't lie to me again. I won't. I mean it. I do too. They walked back toward the house. No words, just boots in dead grass. At the porch, Sylvie paused. Have you heard anything else from her? Not yet. You think she's gone now? No. You think she's free? Not yet. Sylvie opened the door. Then we got more to do. The morning had barely broken when the sound of tires cracked across the yard. Gravel shifted under slow pressure. Sylvie stood at the window before the truck came to a full stop. She didn't blink. Eden was behind her, arms folded, body tense, guitar leaned against the wall, untouched. He's back, Sylvie said. I figured. You stay quiet. I always do. The door slammed. Heavy boots hit dirt. 3 steps. Pause. 1 more. Then the knock. Louder this time. Sylvie opened it before he could do it again. Sheriff. Sylvie. You come to trespass or accuse? Neither. Then leave. Not yet. He stepped forward. She didn't move. I saw footprints near the graves, he said. Fresh ones. We visited. Is that so? You gonna arrest me for walking on my own land? Not today. Are you dragging a warrant or just your pride? The sheriff glanced behind her, saw Eden standing still, eyes unreadable. Is she with you again? She lives here now. That official? It is. He sniffed. Grief doesn't make you hospitable. I'm not. He looked back at her. You tell her everything. She tells me more than you ever did. His jaw tightened. You think I'm here to fight? Number you're here to dig. You were at the grave. I said I was. What did you see? Stone, dirt. Truth, you call that truth? She remembered things. That girl doesn't remember. She invented it. She sang. That's not evidence. It's more than I ever got from you. He stepped inside without asking. She blocked his path with one hand on his chest. No. I just want to talk. You don't get to walk into this house anymore. He leaned in. I was there too, Sylvie. Don't forget that. You were there and you did nothing. I kept you safe. You kept me silent. The air thinned. Eden hadn't moved. You think I covered it up? He said. I don't think so. I know. He looked past her again. Are you letting her fill your head with dead songs and fever dreams? She sang what no one else knew. That doesn't make her holy. Number it makes her right. He stepped back. You gonna throw your whole life on the word of a drifter? I already did. He laughed low. You always had a taste for lost causes. You always had a taste for power. His smile dropped. You think I killed her? He said. I think you didn't stop it. Different thing. Not to her. They stood like that, too close, too loud. Eden finally stepped forward. She knew you, she said. The sheriff turned. What? She named you. He stared. What did she say? Eden's voice was calm. She said he smiled like a knife. He blinked. Hard. Are you feeding her lines now? She sang it. Yeah. She said she didn't like you. That makes 2 of us. Sylvie stepped between them. That's enough. I want her out of here, he said. She stays. She's a danger. She's a mirror. You really believe she speaks for the dead? I believe she speaks for the girl you forgot. The sheriff stepped toward Eden. She didn't move. You think you're safe here? He said. I don't think about safety. You should. Sylvie shoved him back. Touch her, and I bury you next to her. He paused. I mean it, she said. He looked at her. Are you threatening an officer? I'm finishing a sentence you started 14 years ago. His hand hovered near his belt. No gun drawn, just a habit. You're getting reckless, he said. I'm getting honest. You think people will believe your version now? I don't care what they believe. He nodded once. Then I guess we're done. He turned. Don't come back, Sylvie said. He kept walking. I mean it. He got into the truck. You show up again, Sheriff. I'll burn the badge off your chest. The engine started. He drove off without another word. Sylvie shut the door. Eden didn't speak. Sylvie leaned against it, shaking. You okay? Eden asked. No. You want to be? I don't know. They stood in silence. He's scared, Eden said. Of what? Whatever's still out there. Sylvie nodded. So am I. You think he'll come back? Not if he's smart. You think he's smart? No. Eden stepped closer. Have you ever dug it up? She asked. What? The truth. Sylvie looked away. Just enough to bury it again. We should dig more. Sylvie's voice dropped. I know. The house was still, but the grave outside was waiting. The house was too quiet when the knock came again. Not sharp this time. Just steady, unapologetic. Sylvie opened the door without hesitation. The sheriff didn't wait for an invitation. He pushed past her, boots dragging mud across the floor. You didn't listen, she said. I never do. You come to finish it. I came to remind you who kept you breathing all those years. Don't you dare twist that into mercy. He turned. I held that whole mess together while you shattered. Because you broke it first. Eden stood from the corner, guitar in hand. Not now, Sylvie said. She should hear it, the sheriff said. She earned it, right? Playing a ghost, playing savior. You shut your mouth, Sylvie snapped. He pointed at Eden. You don't know what she is. You don't either. I know enough. I know she's stirring something that's better left buried. She's not stirring it. She's singing it. Eden stepped forward. You both need to stop, the sheriff sneered. She speaks. You're both lying, Eden said. To who? Sylvie asked. To yourselves. And her. Say that again, the sheriff said. You heard me. Sylvie's eyes narrowed. What do you think we're lying about? That you didn't know. That it was a surprise. It wasn't. The sheriff moved closer. Careful, girl. She called you uncle, Eden said. In one of the dreams. Sylvie's jaw locked. You were there more than you let on, Eden said. You visited, stayed late. You brought her things. You're making this up. She remembered the boots. Always muddy, always loud. He stepped back. She didn't like the way he looked at her, Eden said. Sylvie turned on him. She told you? She cried about it. I never, and the sheriff started. Sylvie shouted, Don't finish that. I didn't touch her. She was 5, Sylvie said. I didn't. You let her die. She bled, Sylvie. I didn't put it there. You knew who did it. I covered it because it would ruin everything. It already did. She was my family, too. Then you should have protected her. I protected you. I never asked. I loved her. You loved power. Eden raised the guitar. The strings buzzed. One snapped, sharp and sudden. Don't speak for her, she said. You weren't there, the sheriff growled. Number, but I hear her every night. You need help. No, Sylvie said. She needs justice. The sheriff looked between them. You think this ends with a song? It ends with truth, Eden said. Sylvie's hands were shaking. She told me he was bad. I thought she was making it up. You didn't want it to be real. I couldn't take losing another piece of what I'd built. You let her slip through, Eden said. I know. The sheriff's voice softened. You both need to stop. You need to leave, Sylvie said. I'm not going anywhere. Eden stepped forward. She said she remembers well. The room went dead still. Sylvie whispered, What well? Eden pointed. Behind the shed. The sheriff's mouth opened, closed. You threw it there, Eden said. Through what? Sylvie asked. I don't know, Eden said, but she saw you do it. Sylvie looked at the sheriff. "What did you throw?" He didn't answer. "The night she died," Eden said, "you took something out the back." Sylvie's voice cracked. "What was it?" The sheriff looked down. Sylvie shouted, "What did you throw?" His voice broke. "The dress." Sylvie stepped back like she'd been struck. "She was in blood," he said. "I didn't know what to do. You buried her in clean sheets, and you tossed away what mattered." "I was scared. You were guilty. I was trying to save what was left of you. You killed her twice." The sheriff turned to Eden. "She doesn't get to judge me." Eden said, "She already did." Sylvie looked at the snapped string on the guitar, then at Eden. "What now?" "We dig." The sheriff stepped back. "You do that. You better be ready." "I've been ready for 14 years. The house crackled. Somewhere behind the wall, wood split from heat or memory. The air burned with something old. Eden dropped the guitar. "We finished it now," she said. The wind had stopped. Even the trees stood still. Eden led the way with slow, deliberate steps, boots dragging over brittle leaves and dry grass. The broken guitar was strapped to her back with torn fabric. Sylvie followed behind her, jaw clenched, eyes locked on the dark shape ahead. The sheriff walked last. One hand rested near his hip like a habit he couldn't break. The well sat behind the shed, covered by a rotted lid and 2 heavy stones. Ivy curled up the side like it still remembered the shape of secrets. "Is this it?" Sylvie asked. Eden nodded. "Yes. I haven't been back here in years." "Because you knew." The sheriff didn't speak. Eden knelt by the rim, ran her fingers over the stones. "It's in here." The sheriff laughed once, low. "You can't know that." "I do." "You saw it in a dream?" "I felt it. In her voice." Sylvie crouched beside her. "What did he throw?" "Her dress." "Why?" "To hide the blood." Sylvie turned. "Is that true?" The sheriff stayed still. "Doesn't matter now." "It does to me." "She was gone. The dress didn't change that." "You threw away the part that spoke," Eden said. "It was stained." "She wanted it kept." "Why?" "Because it told the truth." Sylvie stood. "You buried her in lies." "I buried her in love." "No, you didn't." Eden pulled the lid back. The wood creaked. Dust flew. Beneath it, blackness waited, still and thick. "You gonna make me look?" the sheriff said. "No," Eden said. "You're gonna listen." "To what?" Eden took the guitar off her back. "Hold it wrong. Let it hang like a dead weight." She didn't tune. She didn't strum. She just began. Her voice was low, dry, tired. The lullaby returned in pieces. "Sleep now, little heart. Close your tiny hands." The air shifted. The wind came back. They groaned. The sheriff's hand moved again. "What is this?" Eden kept going. He smiled like a knife. He burned in his breath, but you sang anyway. Even into death, Sylvie closed her eyes. "She's here." The sheriff backed up. "This is a trick." "No," Eden said. "You got no proof." "Then listen." A second voice came, not strong, not clear, but present. A hum, soft and steady, rising from the hole like heat. Sylvie stepped forward. "May!" The wind circled the rim. The humming grew. "She's singing with me," Eden said. The sheriff turned. "I'm leaving." "No, you're not," Sylvie said. "This is insane. You threw the truth down that well, and it stayed buried." "It didn't." Eden sang again. The wind swelled. The ivy rattled. Something knocked inside the well. Once, then twice. "What was that?" the sheriff asked. "She remembers," Sylvie said. "You think there's something still down there?" Eden looked at him. "Don't you?" He didn't answer. Sylvie grabbed a rusted bucket near the edge, dropped it in. The rope groaned as it fell. Then a splash. Faint. Deep. "Pull it up," she said. "No," the sheriff said. "You owe her." "I owe no one." "You owe me." He hesitated, then stepped forward, gripped the rope. "You think the past fits in a pail?" "I think it fits better than it does in your mouth." He pulled, slow. The rope fought back. Wet, cold weight rose inch by inch. The bucket cleared the rim. Inside it, fabric. Molded, dark red, threadbare. Sylvie stepped forward, reached in, a child's dress, torn, faded pink, stained deep. "Jesus," she whispered. Eden whispered, "She wanted you to see it." The sheriff turned away. "You said you burned it," Sylvie said. "I meant to." "You lied." "I thought I could forget." You wanted me to forget." He didn't speak. Eden knelt again. Her hand hovered over the rim. "She's gone now," she said. "You sure?" Sylvie asked. "No, but she's done waiting." Sylvie looked at the dress. She used to twirl in this every morning before breakfast. She remembers. Sylvie let it fall to the dirt. "What now?" the sheriff asked. "You leave," Sylvie said. He looked at her. "You gonna tell the town?" "I don't care about the town." "You gonna kill me?" Sylvie picked up a rock. "I should." He didn't flinch. "But I want her to rest." Eden stood. That's all she wanted. Sylvie looked at the sheriff. "You don't come back. Not here, not near me, not near her." He nodded. "I understand." "Say her name." He hesitated. "Say it," Eden said. "May." "Say you're sorry." He looked at the well, at the girl, at Sylvie. "I'm sorry." The wind died again. The humming stopped. Sylvie closed her eyes. "Now go." He did. Eden looked into the well one last time. "She's not singing anymore." Sylvie nodded. "Good." They walked back toward the house. The bucket rocked on the edge, empty. The truth didn't feel clean, but it was finally out. The sheriff didn't leave the property. His truck stayed parked in the trees, engine off, door wide open like he hadn't decided whether to walk or run. Sylvie stood on the porch. Eden leaned against the rail, arms folded, watching him through the wood slats. "He's not gone," Eden said. "I know." "You want me to call him in?" "No." "Then what?" "He wants to talk." "Let him." "You sure?" "I'm ready." The sheriff stepped forward slowly, hands out, not empty but not threatening. "You want the truth?" he said. Sylvie nodded. "Start talking." He walked to the steps. Didn't climb them, just stood eye level with her. "It wasn't quick," he said. Sylvie's face stayed still. "Say it." "I was drunk. That night. She was on the porch swing. I thought I'd check in. You were asleep. She was 5. I didn't touch her." Sylvie flinched. "I swear to God, Sylvie, I sat beside her, asked if she was cold. She said she wasn't. She asked where you were. I told her you'd come. Soon. You said it wasn't quick." He nodded. She started coughing, though it was nothing. I turned away. Then she fell. "You're lying." I panicked. "You're lying." I shook her. She hit her head on the step. Sylvie's voice rose. "No." She bled. "You said she was on the rug." I moved her. "You cleaned the porch." I did. "You moved her body?" I had to. "You didn't." I thought if it looked like she died inside, like she laid down and never woke up, you'd have something to hold on to. "You buried my child in a story." I thought I was helping. "You helped yourself." He stepped closer. "I loved her." "You used her." "No. She was afraid of you." "She didn't say that." "She hummed when she was scared." He stopped. "You remember that part?" Sylvie asked. He looked at the ground. She did. "That's how I know." Eden said nothing. She sat on the edge of the porch and began to hum. Same tune, slower, sadder. The sheriff looked at her. "You knew this whole time." Eden hummed louder. "You think this makes you righteous?" "No," Sylvie said, "but it makes me done. I held this town together while you drank yourself through grief. I grieved a lie. I protected your name. You burned hers. I'm sorry." "No, you're not. I swear to you, you swore the night you carried her out. I didn't mean to hurt her." "You did anyway." "I thought I could fix it." "You never could." "She slipped. She died. She trusted me. And she was wrong." He lowered his head. "What do you want from me?" "Everything." "I can't give that." "You already took it." The sheriff dropped to the ground like the weight of it finally broke him. "I hear her too," he said. Sylvie didn't move. "Sometimes when I drive at night, I hear her voice on the radio. She wants justice. She wants peace." "Then tell it all." He looked at her. "They won't believe me." "I don't care. You'll be alone in it." "I already am." Eden stopped humming. The porch creaked. Sylvie stepped down. I stood over him. "I see you now," she said. "Not as a man. As a rot. I didn't mean to be. You stayed too long." He nodded. She turned to Eden. He said it now. Eden nodded once. Sylvie looked at the horizon. No sun yet. Just pale light. "Have you ever felt peace?" she asked Eden. "No." "You think it's real?" "I think it costs." Sylvie looked back at the sheriff. Then pay. He didn't speak. She turned and walked inside. Eden stayed on the porch. The sheriff stayed kneeling. The air felt colder than the sky. And the truth sat heavy on all of them. Sylvie came back out with no coat, no gun, just her hands. The sheriff hadn't moved, still crouched low, still watching the porch like it was a pulpit, and she was the preacher. "Are you done kneeling?" she asked. He looked up. "I told you the truth. You told me what suited you. I told you what happened. Number, you told me what let you sleep." He stood slowly. "Then what do you want?" "Justice." "You gonna shoot me?" "I thought about it. I deserve it." "You do." Eden sat on the porch rail again, the broken guitar in her lap, cradled like a child. She plucked a single note, then another, software slow. The sheriff's voice dropped. "You gonna let her sing while you kill me?" "She's not singing for you." He stepped forward. "Then what's this?" "A funeral." Eden hummed under her breath, eyes down, fingers still. "I didn't mean for her to die," he said. "But you let her," Sylvie answered. "You think I haven't carried that?" "You carried it like a badge." He flinched. "I should have buried you with her," Sylvie said. "You could have." "I still might." "Then do it." She walked down the steps slow. Her boots crushed dry leaves as she moved toward him. Her eyes didn't blink. "You took her voice." "I know." "You twisted it into silence." "I did." "She begged for help." "I heard her." "And did nothing." "I froze." "No, you chose." He looked away. Eden sang quietly now. No words, just the hum of something final. Sylvie stood in front of him. Her hand rose. "Have you ever hit a child?" "No." "Have you ever been scared of one?" "Yes." "Have you ever felt her fear?" "Every damn day." She slapped him. He didn't move. She did it again. Still, he stood there. "I lost her," she said. "I did too. Number, you just buried her." I bled. The wind picked up. The porch creaked behind them. Eden's voice stayed steady, threading through them like smoke. "You want to be forgiven?" Sylvie asked. "No." "You want to be remembered?" "I deserve to be erased." "You already are." She turned, walked back to the porch. The sheriff's voice came after her. "Then why am I still breathing?" She paused. Eden looked up. "Because I'm not her," Sylvie said, "and I don't kill what's already dead." He lowered his head. "Leave," she said. He didn't move. Now, he stepped back. "Keep going." He turned, walked toward his truck. Sylvie stood on the edge of the porch, watching. Eden stopped playing. "Is it done?" Sylvie asked. "No." "Then sing." Eden started again. "Sleep now, little heart. Close your tiny hands. The wind won't take you far." While Mama stands, Sylvie sat down beside her. Eden sang the next verse, one Sylvie had never heard, one she had waited years to hear. "She'll meet you in the light. Where dark things fall away, she'll hum a tune so soft it holds your name." Tears came quiet. Eden didn't stop. Sylvie whispered, "That's hers." Eden nodded. She never finished it. She did now. The house didn't move. No wind, no voices, no footsteps. Just that sound. A final lullaby meant for both the gone and the living left behind. Sylvie looked at the empty yard. "She's not here anymore," she said. "No. She's free." "She is." Sylvie closed her eyes and listened.